We've now disabled our seatbelt ding warning system in our 2020 Dodge Ram truck. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Collum, How To Hero here, and yes, I sold my Ford truck that you saw in the last two videos, and I bought me a 2020 Dodge Ram 1500 Classic. And as a builder, there's one thing that I have to do, and I have to drive around the neighborhood all the time, and a lot of times that means not having my seatbelt on. And the one thing I cannot stand is to have the seatbelt ding at me. So here's what I did. This works on up to the 2020 Dodge Ram, I know for sure. I think it even works on the 2021 Dodge Ram, but this is how to disable the seatbelt dinger on a 2020 Dodge Ram 1500 Classic. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put on your seatbelt. That's with the vehicle off, lock your seatbelt in place. Your next step is going to put the key fob into the ignition. From there, you will turn the key fob into the run position. The gauge cluster is going to go through all of its little workings. All the lights are going to come on, go off. Once you get the gauge cluster pretty well set to the normal condition, you're ready to start the next step of the procedure. We've put our seatbelt on, we've put our key fob in the ignition, and we've turned it on to the run position. Our gauge cluster has gone through its sequence of events, and it's come to basically where we would see it when we're driving normally. The next thing is within 10 seconds, we have to take our seatbelt on and off 3 times, ending in the clicked seatbelt locked position. All right, so one more time. Put our seatbelt on, vehicle off, put our seatbelt on. Install the key fob into the ignition switch, turn it to the run position, wait for the cluster to clear, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Within 10 seconds, our final step is turn the key to the off position. Okay, now that we've got all those steps and I've gone through everything individually, I want to show you how it works in real time. I've already disabled my seatbelt, so this is going to re-enable the seatbelt. Just do it like I'm showing you, and you can disable and re-enable all in the same way. So, we're going to get our vehicle back to a off position. We're going to lock our seatbelt in place. Take our key fob, put it in the ignition, turn it to the run position, and then once the gauge cluster clears back to normal operating procedure here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, turning it off. You hear that chime? That one ding means that we have now re-enabled our seatbelt. Well, I don't want my seatbelt re-enabled because I'm a builder and driving around neighborhoods all day with my seatbelt off, going from house to house. I might drive a few feet. That seatbelt on drives me nuts. Now, with that said, I warn you not to disable this feature because it is a great reminder to put on your seatbelt. So, one more time, showing you how to disable this thing. We're going to start from a dead zero position. I'm taking the key out of the ignition, putting it on the console here. We're going to wait for the vehicle to kind of get back to normal. I'm going to go ahead and undo my seatbelt. All right, so let's start from fresh. Putting on my seatbelt with the vehicle off, putting the key in the ignition, turning it to the run position, waiting for the gauge cluster to clear. Cluster's clear. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and turn the key off. We've now disabled our seatbelt ding warning system in our 2020 Dodge Ram truck. Thanks for watching. Please like if you like it, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you check us out in our next video.